This is the site of the former TTC Wychwood streetcar repair facility. It was built in 1913 and then they added on to it in 1916 and 1921.
Artscape loves to take on a project like this. When you think about it, this place has been a broken part of the city for almost 30 years. And what I think Artscape's become really good at is how to put the pieces together in a vision that's really interesting and dynamic, and one that's compelling enough to attract the interest and the investment to make it happen.
We really couldn't have done it without the City of Toronto. It really ultimately was the brainchild of Councillor Joe Mahevic, and without his complete dedication and passion, I don't think we would have had the stamina to raise the money we had to raise and develop the project in the way we did.
This is a very engaged community. This is a very politically sharp community. This is a passionate community that we live in. And I think that all of that came together in figuring out the politics and what we would do on this site.
Jane Jacobs actually wanted these kind of buildings preserved. I mean, these were iconic buildings. There are not a lot of these left. The game show was said is that you have to be, you have to protect the things that you think are important in your city.
Because of the size of the site, it was going to become a major focus for the community. So I think that's one of the reasons why so many people wanted to be involved in it, because they understood the importance, not only geographically, but really sort of spiritually for the community, because it's sort of in the center.
It's about bringing a whole bunch of different partners. So not only bringing the nonprofit arts tenants and the environmental tenants who are going to reside here, but the local community members, bringing them on side, the funders, the donors. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of people and organizations who pulled together in order to help make this happen.
This kind of environment is something unique, special. So I think what will end up happening here is we'll collaborate on new ideas, new performance pieces, new presentations, and we'll learn how each person works. And I think in the process be able to find new ways to work ourselves in our arts.
One of the most interesting parts of this development is the partnership with the Stop Community Food Center.
The Stop is a food security organization, and we started many years ago as a food bank. And over the past decade, we've reinvented ourselves into a community food center. So this is really a culmination of many years of thinking about how to reinvent food in the city, and it's called the Green Barn, which is the fourth barn.
One of the early visions for this project that Artscape put on the table with the Stop and that we encouraged was the idea of linking the heritage adaptive reuse aspect of the project with sustainability. We're going for what's called a LEED Gold certification, which is a pretty good certification. We're doing it within a historic structure, which is not common yet.
We're an arts organization, and we'll have an office space here on the second floor. One of the few arts organizations in Toronto, Latin American arts organizations, that actually has a physical space. I think it's very symbolic. We're saying, well, we have a home here. We have a home here in Toronto. The space is small right now, but like they say in Latin America, the house is small, our home is small, but our heart is huge.
In a big way, the barns built the community. The barns were already here, but the community wasn't, not the way that it is now.
New ideas need old buildings. New buildings are really for old ideas, and this is a particular example of that.